Hello, everyone. I want to make sure you can hear me fine. You just never know. Big old headsets on, so I'm hopefully all right. Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Tico. Yeah, now my eyes are also focusing because I'm with my laptop. Uh, I'm used to, gosh, I think I measured it out around 6 feet of monitors is what I'm used to working with. Takes some getting used to with my eyes here. Yeah, I can do actually most of my work on my Galaxy Fold phone. So when somebody actually says to me, do you work from home? I kid with them because yes, but I actually work from my phone. I think there needs to be a new category for that one. From your phone, not from home. All right, get going here in a couple of minutes. Sylvia will be joining us in a little bit too as well. This one is not going to be so much technical. Actually, it won't be any technical. I am not the technical side of things. That clearly is Silvio, mastermind. Actually, I've been doing this with him for, gosh, we lose track, 8 to 10 years. And you don't know what you don't know, right? That's like me, for example, as a golfer. If you ran into me, I'm like 5'5". I kind of have like muscles and all this kind of stuff, and the last thing you would go is go, you're a golf professional. Yeah, it just doesn't seem to fit, right? But when you see me play, then you understand it. That's kind of like Silvio. When you see him and he's in a different world, he's a developer. He even says, "He goes, Scotty, we live in a different world as developers. We see things in code. The first thing you think of is the Matrix, and then when other developers, that'd be like a golfer coming up and say, no, 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 that Scotty Carter is actually pretty good. It's been other developers who have approached us and said, how does he do what he does? How has he accomplished what he's accomplished? We've had a team. We've been trying. This is what we hear from numerous other people on the developer side, that he has actually done something that, I mean, look at it today, to date, right? Still, nobody has achieved what he's achieved. So it's pretty fortunate myself. I think any one of us who are working on the platform are extremely fortunate, and an extremely great time to be working with this platform, if you will. It's absolutely phenomenal. I use it in a sense every single day. I'm either talking to somebody about it, or if I'm out anywhere, from the lady I was working with cardboard boxes. I gave her a free website. Hey, go over into here. She's like, I was going to build it over on Wix. I was like, oh, thank goodness that I've reached out to that we found each other. Here's access to my platform. Go ahead. And then, like, I made like a custom plan just for her so she could go out there. Why? Because that's what you get to do, right? I'll show you that on the white label side of things. But as we get closer, this is again going to be a white label demonstration. So on Mondays, we're going to be going over, more of the building of websites, widgets, those type of deals. Now we're going to be starting to talk about the white label platform, and then we will start talking about, even going further, when I'll be hosting these, is how to sell the white label platform. What are some people doing that's having experience, all the way into starting to teach e-commerce and even some drop shipping. How many on here, if you can, let me know, do you have the white label platform already? Just a yes or no if I get that from everybody. Excuse my sniffles here. No, no, Hazel. Jody, yes. Tico, yes. No, no, okay. Vincent, okay. Yeah, let's get I want to see a 16 either yes or no's. Did have, okay. A sec here. Okay. All right, we're right at 2 o'clock too as well. Sean did have. Yeah, we've been around for quite a while now. This company actually goes, gosh, all the way back into before even Here Comes Silvio. Hi, Silvio.
Hey there. Hi, everybody.
I think this company technically goes all the way back into probably 2012 or even before that. So, yes, Don, the question was who has the white label version and who does not? That's the question. Joe answers with Joe. Yes, I do. Oliver, no. Okay, do not. Okay, good. Because again, even if you do have the white label platform, maybe we'll show you a trick or two. More than likely, we will not. But the white label is my favorite part of things. It's the entrepreneurial side of things. Heck, the entire platform is entrepreneurial. But if you can actually start taking being an entrepreneur and splitting it into different levels, which I definitely do believe you can do that with us, you have the commercial side, which is what we've been talking about, and then you have the white label side, right? Commercial side is tech is really going to be the one where you're the one who's managing the platform. You're maybe building a website for somebody locally or for somebody on the other side of the planet, but you're building it for them. You're like that the agency, if I can imagine you as a WordPress agency, if you will. That, hey, I signed up a client, I built their website, and now I'm actually maintaining it, and then I'm charging them so much money for the website and so much money to maintain it. That's kind of the commercial side. That's normally what you see out there in every day anyway. Then you take the white label. Okay. Now, for those that aren't familiar what white label means, we're going to start at the very beginning. White label, where it's you, it's your brand, your idea. You're the entrepreneur. You're the one who's in charge of it. We supply the platform. So it's kind of like you're like, wow, I found this company that I can call my own and I can have, we've had plans that were unlimited websites, unlimited users. To put that in perspective, you could literally become like your own doodah. They're really the only ones who are even having a white label platform to speak of anyway. You could become your own doodah. You could become your own GoDaddy. You could be that. You could be monstrous if you wanted to, right? When have you ever seen that? Now, any of you, or myself included, that have been looking online trying to be that entrepreneur, I mean, you come across something like this. To me, this is, I'll stand outside of, what my position is. This is one hell of a platform to be able to do a white label version. That's my brand, my logo, my domain. Let's see here, Joe. What about CNAME for custom domains? We'll get to that. I'll have Silvio answer some of that question. So, well, yeah, fire away at any questions. We also have Silvio with us to kind of
Yes,
answer, and
absolutely.
we can stop me at any time. I just really love the white label version of it. It's when we have a lot of questions like, how can I have a customer who actually wants to, get in and edit their own white label? How can I set my own plans? White label. How can I do customize the entire platform? White label. So it's absolutely phenomenal. So let me get over and I'll start showing some of the white label. And any questions before I kind of move over to that? This training wasn't available when I got it, so didn't carry on with it. We do have quite a bit of training, and we are actually in the process of, we've almost redone every single training video, by the way. And we're starting to put them over in certain platforms, and then we like to put something somewhere. We check it, we double check it, we triple check it, and then when it's all good to go, we release it to the rest of the platforms. So, and white label really has to do with the help section too as well, because you can actually create your own. Will be the replay of this. Yes, there's a replay of this. Plus, there's also our YouTube channel. I don't have that right at the ready into here, but we'll send that out in an email too as well. It's a YouTube channel. Plus, if you actually log into your platform, you should see it on the home screen, our YouTube channel link. Log into there, or at least go there, follow us, And then now you'll get to see every webinar that comes out. We will be putting in our tutorial videos in there too as well. And before too long, we'll probably be doing our events through there too as well. But yes, everything is recorded. All right, let me do a screen share and then have some fun. Bear with me as I try to get the screen share on this thing. All right. Should be right here. Oh, I wanted to do this. Just a second. Here's another question. How many people consider themselves an entrepreneur? Yes or no? Yes or no? We're headed in the right track, right? Yeah, exactly. You have now. How many of you are actually familiar with what I guess you could put the definition of an entrepreneur? I have a nice little one, no Shark Tank yet. Let me show you. Let me do a little screen share over into here, and let me show you a nice little thing, and hopefully it plays. All right, let me do this full screen. And let me know. Sylvia, you'll have to, because I can't see the chat, you'll have to let me know if this is actually playing.
Who starts a new business or organization, taking some personal financial risk to do so. He or she may quit a secure job to devote time to starting the new business, use personal savings as capital, or convince investors to finance the business idea. Successful entrepreneurs need the strong characteristics of confidence, competence, courage, and self-discipline to succeed. Along with the right personality traits, a successful entrepreneur needs considerable business savvy. He or she will need to find a marketable idea for a new product or service, raise money to fund the start of the operations, assemble skilled people and resources, and manage the new enterprise through the difficult startup period. Once the company shows it can operate successfully, it may be possible to bring in an outside manager to run it or sell the fledgling company to a more established company at a profit, freeing the entrepreneur to start a new business venture. Developing a new and marketable idea is not easy. Some people are good at this, but lack the managerial or emotional skills needed to build a company. Other people are good at raising money or running a new company, but lack the vision to imagine a viable new product or the courage to start the risky effort from scratch. Good entrepreneurs know, or soon learn, their own strengths and weaknesses and find outside people to bring the other skills needed. Entrepreneurship is a rare quality, but it is vital for creating growth throughout the economy.
Does that play? It did. Excellent. So now ask yourself the same question. Are you an entrepreneur? Do you understand what an entrepreneur is? I just love that video and the way that they actually go about it. And I'm pretty sure every single person in here will still say yes. Now, what if you could replay that video and all of a sudden take out half of what it has said? Find the product. You already have it. You already have it. So that is to me one of the biggest challenges you're ever going to come across. It's why so many people are on JB Zoo buying the next shiny product, the next shiny product, the next shiny product, right? Do you take risks? I took a risk. I quit my job. It was a 6-figure job. I took that risk. I quit it. Hey, I checked that box. It was nerve-wracking, but still did it. By saying go quit your job, no. But use this platform used correctly, you'll be able to enhance your income. There's absolutely no doubt, especially if you stick with some of these webinars that I'll be doing and Sylvia will be hosting coming down the road. We'll be bringing people on that are making success out of this. So now, again, take that video and take away half of it. That's our platform already there for you. So how much more time can you spend on the learning the platform, getting all the nuances done, and then, learning all the other stuff that comes in with being an entrepreneur. How do I market it? Silvio has gone over some of that stuff too as well. So anyway, I just wanted to share that video. Let's get into some fun stuff here. Let's go. This should be it. All right. Everybody is seeing this. I'm going to assume, just let me know, because again, I can't actually now see the actual platform for the webinar. But
Yes,
everybody
working perfectly.
Excellent.
Scotty.
Okay. Now I'm just in as a demo user, right? But what you're going to notice automatically is on the left-hand side. There's more functions. There's more features, right? Now, as you can notice, what I have up into here is even changeable. And you see over here is a demo user, and we got some icons up into here, but we'll go over those later. So what I am going to start doing is I'm actually going to be going over this platform step by step, and then we will start using this in coming webinars as we build some websites, as we build some plans, as we build everything, all the way into some e-commerce playing around. So number one, we're going to go and we're going to change the way the platform looks. Now, keep in mind, the platform that you're looking at, it comes from us. So this owner of this platform, me for an example, will always be seeing the parent domain of us. That's us. But all the users that this person, me, as an again, just as an example, just look at me as a white label owner. All the users that actually come over and work on my platform will be seeing my domain that I would pick up into here. They will be seeing my logo, which would change over into here. If that person, if I wanted to change the color in the bar up into here, I can do that. I can change the font. My users would never know Mobi First exists. That's huge. So it's yours, right? If you can think about that, right? It's yours. We come out with a new feature. No, yes, but you just came out with a new feature. We came out with an academy. You just came out with an academy. We came out with a new widget. You just came out with a new widget. If you get where I'm coming from, it's white label. You're using us. So part of the entrepreneur is kind of like find a mastermind. Well, how often is your mastermind going to be the people that are running the actual company? That's what you're dealing with. So once you have this white label, and wait till you see all the stuff that it can actually do and how customizable it can be. There's no two people who take this platform and do the same thing with it.
Yeah.
There's just too
Scotty,
many. Yes.
just a second. There are a couple of questions. I don't think you see the screen, right? So
I
let
cannot.
me, from time to time, let me intervene
Yes.
when there are questions. Teiko is asking, do our white label customers have access to training videos to learn the platform? And the answer obviously is yes, because we do, right, Scotty?
Hmm.
All of our training videos are as white label as possible. So
Hmm.
you will be able to create your own white label
Right.
videos, but you will also be able to what we call import tutorials from us so that you won't have to do them. Okay, so that is the first thing,
Hmm.
but you will always be able to edit your edits help section, and I guess Scotty might show
Hmm.
this later, or in any case you will always be able to edit your help section to upload and manage your own
Hmm.
non-white and then Jay asked, non-white label users will not see white label options. Exactly. uh, as Scotty is showing, that section that you see where you see my platform, my users, my plans and products, and so on, that section is the white label section. If you are not a white label user, if you are not on a white label plan, you will not see that section. Finally, Joy is asking, what about white label marketing materials to attract customers? And that, I guess, is a good handout to you, Scotty, because you are the marketing and sales genius. So up to you.
Yeah, and we will come across that in further ones. It to me, I'm a great believer in having a mastermind. Um, as an entrepreneur, you got to keep in mind you cannot be the only person doing this, right? It can be a family member, it could be a son, a daughter, somebody who actually is on board with your vision, if you will, that has a skill set that you don't have. If you do not have that skill set, you then go hire that skill set, right? That's the whole part of things, right? It's so many people when they become an entrepreneur think it's all me. I have to do it myself. I have to do it. Well, yes, but part of that is finding somebody that can actually help you with the marketing side of things, with numerous things. Now, I've actually all the connections I've ever formed is been actually going out and searching for people that had a skill set that I didn't have that now becomes my skill set, if you will. So, do we actually have specific marketing materials? No, But when you have this platform, that's for you to kind of go and do, because you have more than likely unlimited websites, right? That you don't even have to put a domain on it. So you could be making landing page after landing page, a little sign up page after sign up page. You just, they sometimes talk about A B testing. Well, you use the whole alphabet, A, B, C, D. When you have unlimited capabilities, the unlimited websites, that you should use that, right? Obviously, nobody's going to ever get to unlimited, but you keep trying. Hey, this one didn't work. This one didn't work. Your post on Facebook or wherever you're doing it on the marketing side of things. You're then maybe going in. I'll get into these on later ones. How I use Upwork successfully. Fiverr, yeah, occasionally I use Fiverr, but I can usually find that on Upwork and pay way less money. So I'm a firm believer, and we just recently uh, outsourced some graphic design. Even though somebody on my team was, hey, Scotty, I can do it. I said, no, let's hire a professional that does it. So you do what you are the expert in, and we'll get an expert in the graphic design to do their part. So we'll get into stuff like that going on down the road. So great questions, by the way. So first off, we're going to go into my platform. And as Silvio said, these are all the white label functions. Your users will never see them. They will only see what you allow them to see. And wait till I get over into this. Won't be on this call, because a whole call I can go over the product management section. So let's first start off and go to my platform. This is where you're customizing it, right? And you can change it at any time. Again, when you've seen things like like a white label platform, which again, you'd have to search for Doodah, you're not going to have the permissions that we're giving you. I mean, this is beyond white label. If you just have the commercial, you're basically a white label business owner, if you will. You're not saying, hey, I'm using Mobi first. You're just fulfilling your businesses through whatever websites that you're actually creating. Excuse me. Let's go into the generals and domains. So for most things, as you've seen on our platform, you just click a button, you open it up, and then you just fill in all the blank spaces, if you will. I told you I'm not getting technical. We're going to stick with English, and these are just certain ones that you can. It starts to change, but not every single thing in the platform is going to change into that. Silvio's gone over that in previous webinars. You come down into here. This is where you'll be setting up. Now, I'm not going to go into exactly how to set up my platform domain. I'm not going to go into any of those right in here. And we do have tutorials on all that. And we have a support system in place too as well. So I'm going to pick my platform name, such as we've done up into here, platform.mobi1stco. So what are you picking? Your business name. This is where it starts. I'm an entrepreneur. So my first thing is, what's the name of your business, right? This is where you're going to put it in. Whatever my business is right into here, right? You'll get the SSL from us, go through that process, and then now it's a completely secure platform. Platform contact details. This is quite simply the email address that you'll want anybody to respond to. You put that right into here. This is where you can actually, put the footer address you want to show on all the emails sent by the platform. What you're seeing is quite a lot of customization that you actually get to do that you probably wouldn't even think that you needed to do. And again, it's all right into here. I go in my help section. Look at this. Don't show a help section, show a help section. It's up to you, right? Like we said, we're providing the platform, you're providing the you, right? If you're ever given a chance to basically own almost as if it was your own, any kind of platform, right? Imagine if you could own ClickFunnels. You can go back in time and then say, hey, we're going to allow you to be the owner, and it's your own 100% branded. You can customize the thing however that you want. I mean, it's such a rare thing to be able to do. And that's one of our bread and butters, if you will. We're never going to take it away. So it's just great. You can now create your own help section. Email provider. We've gone over this in other, and other webinars, the SendGrid, Gmail, or custom. Some code, some Facebook pixel code. Again, we're on part 1. Okay. Then we go right over into the style section. This is now where you pick the style section. Do I want it blue? What color code do I want it? Now, what that means is, you see how this is blue? Your customer will see a different color up into here, up in this bar. They will see the font that you choose from these ones. As we grow, we'll probably add more fonts into there, but these are some pretty standard ones. You'll pick the font that people are seeing. This is just something that I brought over. I'm on a laptop. Sorry, I don't really have any images. This is where you put in your main logo. You can drag and drop one in, your square logo. This is where they start to see it up into here, which is your favicon. Again, you're fully customizing it. You can custom some CSS. Make sure that if you're given the opportunity, which will come up here soon, Silvio is going to start doing some CSS courses, and it's going to pertain to basically anything, but especially to the platform. So at the end, there we go. I'm starting to do the style section. Pretty simple. Come over to my payments and billings. Well, I am Canadian, but maybe you have a different currency that you want to use. Now you go ahead and select the currency. Doesn't matter. You put it in. Then you either use PayPal, pretty simple to set that up, or Stripe. And then some conversion tracking. And I don't teach this, but you can enter here in HTML or JavaScript. We'll leave that for another day, for Silvio can kind of go over that. And then invoice and options, all right into here. And then obviously I would just go ahead and save it. So far, pretty darn simple. Go over into the login registration. Now, again, what you're looking at is what you can do. You fully taken this platform over. It's yours. It's something to be proud of, something to show your family, your friends. If I'm in the grocery store, if I hear anybody who's talking about a business, if I hear anybody who's talking about a website, if I'm in a store that has a website, no matter where I'm in, I got something that I can probably help somebody. Well, that's what you have. So login and registration. You can require people to actually have to go make sure you get a valid email address. That's essentially what this validation is right over into here. So if you click at the yes, people will then, as they register, they'll have to go into their email and validate it. So you're making sure you're getting valid email addresses. Your style, you say you can have the particles, solid color, a background image. This is when somebody first logs into their platform, what they see. So when you've all logged into your platforms, you've seen something that you go to type in to log in through us, and that's done this way. So you can change that as the seasons change, if you will. Maybe it's the winter time where you're at and you want to put in snowflakes. Again, it's up to you. Maybe it's your logo, whatever it is yours. You customize it. Again, it's, if you think about it, it's like you go to somebody that doesn't know, and you now present them, hey, this is me, and you build a nice website, and you have this white label version. What's them from thinking that you developed the whole gosh darn thing yourself? Nothing.
Yeah, and Scotty, if I can chime in, because I see the
Yes.
questions here. Yeah, and obviously that is absolutely a great point. I mean, in addition to being a business opportunity, it's also a way to actually, present yourself, to the market and to the world. Anyway, answering a few questions. So Joe was asking about, marketing material. We'd like to promote the platform in the same way that MobiFirst does. I think, and Scotty, obviously, correct me or add to that. The best way to do that is to follow these webinars, because along all the webinars, we will talk, especially in the webinars that Scotty is gonna is gonna host, like this one. We're gonna talk a lot about sales techniques,
Mhm.
marketing material, and all that. So you can collect all that, and then remember that you will always have access to all our websites, and all of our templates, right?
Mhm.
So Jay answering Jay, does MobiFirst provide white label templates to give users options to get started with the platform? Yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
And we also help you onboard and set up the platform in the in so that you can set it up your own. Chandra, with white label, do we need to buy SSL for each site? No, your customers will. That's taken out of your, responsibility. Well, if a customer wants an SSL certificate, he will buy it in the platform. You don't have to do anything there. Virtual business cards included. Steve, Jay, thank you. No, Joe, thank you so much. That's thank you. It's always nice to hear nice words from people like you. And then Teiko, is it possible to move a website built on a commercial platform to white label platform? Yes, absolutely. Also because and then I pass the ball back to Scotty. When you upgrade from a commercial plan to a white label plan, let's say that the white label options and features will appear in your account, but you will log in with the same email address. You will see the same websites. It's again, as we said in the last webinar, Scotty, it's a progressive platform in a sense that it grows as you actually make it grow. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Back to you, Scott.
Back to me. I wish I could read the at the same time. But no, yeah, great questions.
No problem. I guess we can do this back and forth.
No, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And then we'll actually even show you not this one, right? White label is going to take quite a few webinars. We'll show you actually how you can monetize your own templates, how you can create your own templates. I'm going to show you things if they talk about having revenue stream, right? And then I think like Richard, what's his Brunson? What's the guy over Virgin Galactic? I think when I saw something
Richard
on
Branson.
Richard Branson, we're going to talk about revenue stream. He doesn't even know all the companies he owns because they're over 1,000. I will show you so many different revenue streams with this platform. It's going to make your head spin. And then as I'm showing you them, you are going to come up with inevitably ones of your own. You go, so what if I did this? What if I did this? What if I did that? And the excitement for the white label platform should be through the roof, because what you get to do with this thing, you're going to want to wake up. You're going to want to go to work. If you're anything like me, I'm going to be taking my laptop with me to work. I'm going to be playing with it. It's like creating Picassos, but I've never painted before, right? That's kind of the feeling that I get. It's like, wow, I'm an expert in this. When I go to talk to somebody about this, I am literally the expert. I don't care what job you're in. There's probably somebody that's better or more the expert in your field than you are. Not when it comes to this, folks. Not when it comes to dealing with this platform. You are the expert. Keep coming to these, and we are going to make you the expert. Even if you don't think that you are, you will become one. And you will win any conversation you ever have with anybody that wants to talk about putting anything online. That's how much confidence I have into this. So now you're customizing it. You can put anything in here, the text above the registration, before the footer, the login. Again, when you have this much functionality, that is awesome. If you ever go to a platform that's giving you white label and the functionality is very minimum, that's not so good. That's only like a little white label. This is a massive white label platform. We go and we save it. And wow, look what you're doing. It's like, not only am I, let's think of a brick and mortar type of a deal. I'm building the building. I'm putting the bricks up, but it's so easy to do. Then we go over into the legal, okay? Things you probably didn't even think of that you had to think of. We have done this again with over 10, 15 years of this platform being in one stage or the other. Think of all that knowledge and expertise that's coming into today's meeting. We get to import legal documents. Now, if you import our legal documents, please, as a business owner, don't ever take a full shortcut. So if we say import it, don't just import it and go, there it is, it's all done. Read them all. Change some of the stuff so it has to do with your business. We are not responsible for your business. So make sure you're checking the terms of service that we import them, especially when we're allowing you to import them. Soon we're going to be taking that away. We're going to be taking this functionality away. But for right now, it's still here. Import the privacy, the cookie laws, import, show the cookie law, the copyright, all right into here. You type it all in and Boom. Now I'm putting up the windows in my brick and mortar store. I'm putting up all the shopping things inside of it. So it's awesome. I go to my home page. Now this is the home page. Remember when I showed you when you first get into your platform, had all those written words there at the very beginning? That was using the homepage. Now you could put anything in there. You could put a video in there. You could put a picture in there. You could put a link in there. You put a message in there. Maybe you have, hey, we put in webinar links in there, right? If you want to reach everybody, well, you can understand that they're probably going to get in their platform. They will see, if they don't see your email, they'll see your communication in that home screen. All the functionality you get to do. That's just customizing the platform. Is there any questions that came in about that, Silvio?
Well, there are a few questions. Yeah.
Okay.
Will AI be part of white label? Yes, of course. Obviously,
Makes
you
it more
will
valuable.
be. Yeah. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So AI, obviously, the white label. Let's again. Let's imagine also our plans as a progressive thing. When you become a white label user, obviously, you have access. I mean, you are like the most complete commercial user plus the white label feature. So obviously AI and all and every new feature you will have access to it without usually any additional cost. If you have PWA, can a client do the setup, or would you do the PWA setup for a client? No, that's something that the client can do. Absolutely. Again, as usual, and as Scotty is showing and will show a lot more in details in the future, you can do both. That is, I think, one of the main advantages of white
oh yeah.
label, in the sense that you can give the client total control, or you can set up the website, the PWA, the pages, whatever for your client, and then you can give them access. So you can have, and talking about revenue streams, you can have a recurring subscription for the client to have access to the platform, plus a setup fee to set it up, right? Does the white label option add on to my existing plan subscription or replace it? Yeah, if I don't wish to change my current plan benefits. Steve, the white label, as I said, as I just said, is an upgrade. So you will have you will keep your plan benefits plus the white label options that Scotty is showing, that he will teach you all about. Linda, can we build a website and sell it and completely hand it over to the customers so they don't need me to log in for them? Will they be able to put the website on different platforms, say like GoDaddy? Okay, these are two separate questions. The first question is, the answer to the first question is, that is what the white label is for. Can we build a website and sell it and completely hand it over to the customer? That is the white label. That is exactly what it is. Will they be able to put the website on a different platform, say like GoDaddy? That's you can download a website. You can download the HTML, let's say, of a website, but you would lose all of the features that our platform offers. So all of the dynamic parts like forms, e-commerce, booking, and all of the stuff that we offer. So yes, the white label is to allow you to hand the website over to your customer. No, but in general, no, you cannot move to a different platform. Frank, I was a member when Mobi first was introduced. If my account is still enabled, can I upgrade to white label? You can always upgrade to white label. And then
Actually,
I
it's not
guess
available for upgrade right now.
yeah. On Rich's question, I hand the ball back to you, because his question is, where is the upgrade link?
There
That's
is
your
no upgrade. There is no upgrade link. It's a heck of a question. Basically, we were just going to be showing the white label. We brought it out a couple of times. We don't have it out currently, but because we have a lot of stuff that's going on, big things that are going on. I'll let the cat out of the bag. Maybe this webinar, if not a little bit later, and subsequent ones coming up. But Me and Sylvia are going to have a talk about that because we want to make sure that everybody has the same opportunity who's currently on our platform. So let us talk about that, and then we will come up with something. Um, but I'll get into that as I go on. Like I said, I may touch on that a little bit through the end of this. So great questions. Clearly, people are kind of seeing like, whoa, I didn't know. I never even thought. If you're anything that was like me, this is available. Now, if you haven't done all the research like I have done, and I am a research junkie when I'm trying to put my heart and soul into something, right? And when I went out and I researched, because I was looking for something that would make this platform not be so good, right? I was looking for it. I was searching the competitors. I was searching. I was doing everything. I was like, wait a minute. I go every time I do my research and I come back with the same gosh darn answer. Our platform blows everybody else out of the water. And then the occasional time, as you've all seen, when Silvio's gotten in and he's gotten to show us, the Matrix. It literally is, right? If anybody's seen the Matrix, the very beginning one where the guy's reading the lines going up and down, and then somebody can just point out and say that's the lady in the red dress. Well, that's like Silvio. He points out the lady in the red dress. He reads it differently, and then when you read what's behind the scenes and you see that, well, technically we're better. So it's not just verbiage. We have proven over and over again. And then when you come and you look at this white label side of things, um, you, who wouldn't want to be their own domain, no, their own business like this, right? Who wouldn't want to be? And in the mobile first industry, keep that in mind. It is the biggest industry that has ever been created for wealth by man. It is the mobile first one that you're in now. Who knows what the next one will be, right? It was desktop. That's over. Now it's mobile. So are you in the mobile first industry or aren't you? Well, if you're on this webinar, you are. If you have our platform, you are. So you didn't miss the boat. Nobody else, and I've been waiting. I'd be like, wait a minute, somebody's going to come along the lines and actually create a platform that is similar to ours. But nobody has. It's almost like they've given up. And we're going to stick with our responsive ones. And then why isn't anybody offering the white label version of it? And if it is, it's awfully expensive. I'll show you that a little bit later on. All right. So we've gone over.
It is usually also awful, not just awfully expensive. It's also plain awful usually. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
If you ever do some research, right, we're still too unknown. But if you actually go and research what people think, not the average Joe, well, I'm an average Joe, right? What people who actually can build websites, who can build it from the ground up, what they think of the GoDaddies, what they think of the Wix, what they think of the Duda, what they think of it is run, right? Run from it. Do not use them. I remember running into so many articles that say, well, they're okay to use depending on your customer. Is your customer looking at your information, your website, your business on desktop? If so, then those guys are fine. We already know the answer to that is no, they're not. So when we had the question of would you want to import it over to somewhere else, well, could you now think of that, right? Think of that situation. You took them from something that's great and beneficial to them, and then you took it over to something that's poor. You don't want to do that. You're going to do the other thing. You're going to be going to the GoDaddy people and say, no, 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 let me show you actually a high performance website. And you start stealing the GoDaddy customers and the Wix customers. All righty. Okay. So
sorry, Scotty, let me
go
just answer one question, which is
Yes.
relatively technical. Is it possible to change the white label platform domain to a different domain name? That is exactly what Scotty showed, I guess, as the first thing, right?
Mhm.
If you go in general and domains, you have to, in a way, or it's highly, suggested that you see my platform URL, you use your own custom domain for your white label platform. So that can be platform.mywebsitebusiness.com, bill.mywebsitebusiness.com, or anything else that you might want to use.
It could do whatever. That's where the enjoyment of creating your business is now. This is where it kind of starts, right? So it gets you on track too as well to start building your own business. We're calling it white label. You're calling it your own mobile first industry business. Well, that is a lot of words to say that each and every one of those words is extremely powerful. You're not, unless you know somebody who has this platform, you do not know somebody else who's in that industry, or maybe you know somebody who actually builds websites from scratch. And if the person has actually got the budget, who's having a website built, they are not asking their web designer to build them responsive. They're asking them to build them a mobile first website, which includes it being responsive, but they're wanting the mobile device first, and the desktop, let's just be frank, does not matter. If Google doesn't think it matters, then why should it's funny that we're still in the age where everybody agrees we're mobile first, but when everybody thinks of a website, they're thinking of the performance on a desktop. It's weird. It's really, I find it a little bit strange that nobody owns a desktop, but everybody, when they think of a website, they're still thinking of it on the desktop kind of a view, that everything is just responsive. And sure, it makes sense. You take it from a giant screen, squeeze it on down to your phone. Well, I guess that did make sense at one point, but not now, right? Not now, not with what this is. Okay, great question. So now let's go into some of the more fun stuff, right? So now you set that up. Took you about 30 minutes, let's say, to set it up. Great. Now I got the platform name. I got my business. I'm ready to rock and roll. We'll get into later how you can now take it and build your own little website agency. We'll get into those when we're subsequent ones where we'll actually start taking some of the templates and showing you around there. Let's go over into users. Now, this is where, think of users as think of your revenue stream. Okay? That's what a user is. Now, the user is somebody who, through your efforts, is using your platform. Using our platform, if you will, but is using your platform. Through however you've gotten that person, they are on your platform. They think it's your business. They think, I'm paying you money. That's what your user is. So your job would be to find users to your platform. Well, that comes into the marketing, that comes into later on conversations. But you can also look at it, well, every person I bring in, if I'm actually going off of prices that Wix is charging, Doodah's charging, and I'm going to, this is what I believe, give them that the same price or give them more. But again, we'll go into those later. And now I'm just getting users, right? What if you had one user paying you $9.99 a month? Congratulations. You really are an entrepreneur. One, now you go to double it. Now I got another one at $9.99. You're not trying to do this thing overnight. You're trying to build up your business, right? Again, if you think of any business, do you get all your customers overnight? No. Or do you build up over time and then look back a couple of years and go, I'm glad I started it. Well, let this webinar kind of be the start of the mindset of building a business around you and your ideas, which you're now going to get users right over into here. Now, let's say you have 10 users that are giving you that kind of money. That's reoccurring. You know, that is literally the best way, if you had to choose any way, not passive, is reoccurring. So on month one, I made $0. By the end of the 30 days on month one, I made 3 customers. That's $30. Right. Well, if you're more of the tortoise and you want to take your time to get there, right? Well, now the next month I sold 3. Hey, you're not making a bunch of money, not yet, right? I start to look at more of, if somebody gives you $1 million, or I'll give you a penny today and then I'm going to double it every day. What do you choose? Well, we all choose a penny a day and then double it. That's what you're into here, a slow and steady process. not the quick get rich scheme, not the I'm just going to go do this and then I'm going to hit a home run. Some do, but let's focus on the vast majority that do not. So you're going for little base hits. Now I got 3 customers. Now I got 6, and they're only paying you $10 a month. Well, by month 3, well, you're at $60 when you started the month. You're still not thinking that's anything, but if you can kind of think of, you keep doing that. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 new people, 3 new people, 3 new people. You're setting goals. Well, how long before your mind is going to say, well, 3 is not enough. I'm going to go for 6. I'm going to go for 9. I'm going to go for 12. That's you're building. I mean, look what you're in control of. You are totally in control of your own fate. You're not when you walk into work, unless you're like any of us who actually who had a job, who had a boss that at any moment you could walk in. And I remember I was working at DeVry University. I walk in one morning and everybody's like, "Hey, our computers are all turned off against us," kind of thing. I'm like, what's the whole entire floor is scratching their head what's going on, and then they make an announcement. Congratulations, everybody is laid off. An entire floor. So unless you're the person who makes that decision, this is something that you are in control of. 3 customers, then another 3, then another 3. And then you start get the hang of things. And then maybe you get 10, and then maybe you get 20. And then you look at this thing 2-3 years down the road and you're like, geez, that's making my house payment. That's making my car payment. I've got people buying me a car. I've got people buying my house for me because I've gotten enough customers that I'm making a few $1,000s a month off my online business. This is absolutely, and then what'll happen? Will you stay there? No. You will then want to get even more successful. Well, again, more users. Hopefully that makes sense. And then you can download the users over into here. Now I can create
Scotty, again, there are a few questions, so
okay.
let me get them. Well, first of all, I have to say that a lot of people are actually saying, and thank you so much. And it's a shame you don't see it, Scotty, because a lot of people are actually saying, and Ron and Danny, I mean, they're saying that, I mean, we have built a very nice platform. Let's put it bluntly. So thank you so much. I mean, it means really a lot. I mean, it means really a lot. We are entrepreneurs, so we are in for to build a business, but we are also human beings, and so we really appreciate when our work is appreciated. Anyway, back to questions. I think John is asking if CNAME. Yeah, John, you can use whatever CNAME you want to use your own custom domain. No doubt about it. And again, it's highly suggested that you use obviously your custom domain. So you tell your users, go log in on platform dot Dawn mobile websites, dawnwebsites.com. Steve, I'm not sure we understand your question. Will this offer differ to your reseller offer currently online? I'm not sure I can answer this, but I guess let's
it would. Yeah. Yes, it would. If we come up with one, we will
come
up
exactly
with one that's special just for.
As usual, being part of these webinars allow you to discover and be offered the best deal, and as a thank you thing, or in general something that we want to share with you. Danny, let me read this. It was with a respected developer today when discussing the platform and system WordPress and Elementor, which I know well. I genuinely felt, oh no, he's on a bloated code and tricky, messy platform. If only he knew. I'm working on it. Thank you, Danny. I mean, let not get me started on Elementor, especially because we are talking about something else. But one day we'll do an analysis of WordPress, and I mean, we're going to have a lot of fun. Rose wants to buy this offer, I guess, because she's asking how much is this offer. So, and Scotty answered this already. Linda, so exciting. Can we get in now and just wait until it's released? Scotty, let's make this clear. This thing is released, is ready. We just, are discussing.
Yeah, we were trying to actually sell it. So I don't even have anything, a plan put together for everybody. Uh, but let me do that. Today is Friday. We do have a webinar coming up Monday, so make sure to attend the webinar Monday, and then we'll come
Yeah,
up with something
yeah, yeah, yeah.
there. But
Okay,
yeah,
Rose actually is asking an interesting question. Won't AI replace this platform? My idea is absolutely not. It's like, won't AI replace a cook or going out to dinner? No, it will probably help you. And as you have seen in our previous webinars, and as we show on every webinar and everywhere, AI is improving the platform, but AI will never replace something that a human can create, because it is meant to be used by humans. So at least for the next 10 years, we are pretty safe. And actually, we are going to use AI to improve the experience and the results that we will get out of the platform. So I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. Will we be able to upgrade from mobile versus platform to white label? Yes, of course. I mean, it's an upgrade available to anybody. Um, and then once white label is ready, will current mobile first customers receive a really big upgrade special offer? That's up to Scotty, but I guess so. Spot on, looking Steve. Spot on, looking forward to a great deal and supporting your business. Thank you, thank you. Don, yes, you have my C name set up already. Domain name. Yes, you can change it. You can change it. No problem.
mhm,
The only issue, let's say, is that if it's you have already purchased an SSL certificate, you'll have to purchase another one, because SSL certificates are linked to the domain. So if you change the domain, the SSL certificate is not valid anymore, and we need to issue a certificate for that new domain that you will be using. AI is a way to. I missed it. How much, Linda? That's a tricky question. We never said how much, so you didn't miss it. But we're gonna talk about this. Scott is gonna talk about this. Lial, I guess. So a landing page, for example, can be uploaded to the platform in HTML. No, you can copy and paste the HTML in the content block section. Let's say you can do that. You cannot really upload it, but we'll talk about this maybe when we're gonna talk about the content block widget.
mhm.
Joe, I totally agree with you. AI is way too new of a concept and can't possibly replace everything. AI is way overrated. It's not a fit with everything. Absolutely 100% spot on for me. And let's never forget that at the moment we have generative AI, which basically means that there's a spider that gets stuff that was well written and was shared on the internet and just rearranges it. Daniel, not at the moment. No authorized.net. Go, Scotty. Sorry.
Huh? Ready? Awesome. I love all these questions. So I wish I could see them, but I'm liking hearing the audio version of it too as well. So that is excellent. So actually, while you were doing that, I don't think if I share the screen, I think something may happen. Let me think. I pulled this one up here. I'll share a screen in a second because I actually pulled up. There's only one competitor, if you will, that actually does white label, and it's actually Duda. Towards the end of this, let me sneak you over into the Duda site and show you it, and then everybody should be starting to scratch their heads if you're aware of it. How are you guys doing what you're doing? How did Silvio, and he has a team that he put this thing together with? How did they? Again, I do not know. I am just grateful to be using it. Hey, to be using this thing as an entrepreneur. This is the platform to be using. It's so many different things into one. I got a sister-in-law who's like, my head. I got so many things in my head. Right? She's not on my platform yet. I'm going to teach her. She's like, there's so many things in my head. I go, what if you could take all those things and put all your ideas in together on one platform? And that's this platform. So let me show you users, ATM, if you will. That's your cash cow. That's your bread and butter. That's where you're going to make money. And who doesn't want to make? I should see thumbs up from everybody. Who wants reoccurring money? Remember, I can't see it. I can feel it though. Who wants reoccurring money? Who wants to be in the best industry, mobile first, with a reoccurring product that you choose the price tag? You understand that? You just the way that those words are coming out, right? You choose the price tag that you want to set for this platform. Did you spend over $1 million to make the platform up? No. Are your customers going to know that? No, they won't. So that's a very big prideful thing that you can kind of do. So let's show you here. Create a manual user. I'm not sure if I have a plan yet. This will remind me. Now I can create a manual user. I don't think I have a plan, but you won't have to create a manual user. Your users will come through you through, again, your efforts, finding your website, finding your landing pages, finding wherever you're posting, and then they will register. They will put in their credit card details, and then all of a sudden they're paying you. I'll even show you in later ones how you can get people on there for free and through our product management and a little upsell feature, be actually able to sell through the platform and have the platform, yes, get ready for this one, sell for you while you're in bed. Because you may be on the other side of the country and then somebody is in a different time zone and finds your marketing, finds your idea online and then buy something, and you were sleeping, you woke up and you have another user. Or somebody in your platform has upsold themselves and you didn't do anything. You're like, well, this is absolutely wonderful. Yes, if you're a salesperson, great. If you're not a salesperson, just as great with this platform. Those are later ones. You're going to want to attend all these. So let's go over and do some plans and products, and then that's why I have to create a plan in order to have a user. Okay. Number one, what does it say? Create. You are creating it. That is phenomenal. I'll get to manage products on another day. You get to create your plan. That's amazing. You get to create a dollar amount that somebody's going to be giving to you. What is this platform worth? What I would charge? I'll go into that on later ones. It's pretty simple. You go to GoDaddy, you go to Wix, and you find out what they're charging. So if I was to give one recommendation, go get a GoDaddy account, a Wix account, any of those free ones that you can, and go in there and actually start to see what the free is and what, if you were to buy into them, what it would cost you. Then you can start to see what price points you should be setting, right? So let's go over here and give us a demo plan name. Let's just go free site plan. Visible registration. Now, what that basically means is once you actually click visible registration, it'll mean when somebody goes to say this free site plan, they will actually then get a little drop down and they will, oh, maybe I wanted the $9.99 plan that you have, or maybe I wanted this plan. So visible registration. Everybody that you bring into your platform will be called a user. Okay. So they won't have white label permissions, only us as the parent ones could do it. Now, at the same time, you're starting to build your registration link. It's pretty cool. I mean, just some of the simple things, really still to this day, I think are just so awesome. I can build a plan in like 2 minutes. I can literally build a custom plan in 2 minutes. That is incredible. I always look at that as a way to help somebody, right? You ran into somebody on the street that you know, or a family friend. Hey, let me make a family and friends plan where I'm going to hook up my family and friends so they don't have to pay anything to be working with me. I mean, that's a good feeling. It is a darn good feeling, and I get to give that to almost anybody I ever come across. I love doing that. And I could share this with a QR code. All right. Now, what modules do I want to give them? Let's say I want to give them, let's say you have all these. The PWA, proposals, invoices, CRM, you have all these. And I just want to give them mobile and desktop sites. I'm not giving them progressive web app. I'm going to upsell them later on in the platform. Getting that in the later conversations. But maybe I want to block it out. This is when you block it out. So you see over into here how this is shaded. See over here how this is shaded. That's when I do this. It'll be shown as blocked. So if I actually just click that one, now the customer, I'm building the plan. The customer, the user, is going to get mobile and desktop sites. They're going to have the option, and again, I'll go over this later, of being able to actually even buy the Progressive Web app through the platform. Again, this platform is selling for you. It's pretty awesome. I can block registrants. Say you gotten to the point where I got this plan, it's all good. I have the enough registrations on this thing. I don't want anybody more. I'm going to block the registration. And heck, now for some reason you wanted to block that entire platform to anybody on this plan, you can go ahead and do it. Right? You may have a reason to do it. You may not. We've come across some with our own selves, and you may come across some, but again, you have that functionality. Let's go down a little further. Only got a couple more minutes, and then we'll have some more questions. I'll go through this. Default and platform. Now, I can also now, let's say it's somebody just comes in and they fill out, but maybe they didn't pay anything. You could have this as maybe the default plan. And then now at least you're getting that email address that you can market them, and you can even market them through the platform, which we'll show later. Buyable and platform. This now, if I want to put this plan, say on a website, and I want that to show up under, because there's a couple of white label widgets that come with this. And then now you could put the plan actually on your website. You can actually further put a plan description. I can embed a code for a video. I can show this as a solo plan. I can now do custom terms of service, upsell management. I'll touch on this, but we'll go over it a little bit more as I build more plans. Okay, so I will come back to the upsell management, but as you have more plans and you see we don't have any, this will now fill in with all the plans you have, and you could start using upsell. Maybe you wanted to, we'll get into that later. But as you can kind of see how much customization you actually get to do, right? So that's one thing that I really, really, really love. So as you're playing with this platform, as you go down, you're getting more and more into it on the white label side of things, right? On the commercial side, you're building websites, right? On the commercial side, you're like, whoa, I went from building websites to starting my own agency, and look at all the stuff I get to do. And then, oh, I don't like to sell people. Perfect. Let the platform sell for you. Wait till I get into product management, and you see how the platform literally will sell for you. It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, I can put a message in, a banner, and an upsell. As we form a couple of more plans and upcoming webinars, we'll get into this a little bit more. Registration codes. I can generate codes here, and now I want to just make sure that this plan is going to one individual, if you will. This will generate me a bunch of codes. I can now take that code, I can just copy it, if you will, and I can send that to whoever I want, and then they'll be instructed to put this code in, and then now they have access to the platform. Then I would go ahead and save it. Now, one thing that I have not done is put a price tag, because I said it was free. But now, if you can imagine, I want to set a price tag. Now, that's up to you, right? Volume always wins, right? Volume wins. I remember in my car sales days, volume wins. Doesn't matter what you made off of one car, it matters what you make off of 10, 12 cars, right? So volume wins. So you start setting price tags at, you go, well, Wix is charging $49.99 for their e-commerce. I'm going to charge $29.99 for my e-commerce, and it's a mobile first platform. So I'm winning on price, I'm winning on performance. Well, that's a winning combination. And maybe you wanted to set up a yearly, a day, your choice. Maybe you want to set up a setup fee, your choice. Maybe I want to have a free trial, your choice. And then if you're using Stripe, you can actually ask for credit card information beforehand. And then once this free trial expires, then the person goes on to the paid plan. Okay. Now I'm going to go over this last little piece, and then that will be it for today. This is where the modules and limits, right? Now, remember the following, this is limits that I actually had set for this particular plan that this demo user is on. Max number of sites. So remember, you're setting up the plan. You're going to give, let's say, one site. Or maybe you're like, well, geez, I got unlimited. I know. I always scratch my head on that one. You have unlimited. That almost makes this platform itself. If you're to say, what price tag would you put on this? Right? Well, you have unlimited websites, yeah? Okay, go to some other company, Duda, and ask for unlimited websites. What are they going to charge you? I don't even know what that number would be. I don't even know if there's a number where they'd say, yeah, you can have unlimited, but it'd probably be in the tens of thousands, would be my guess. It would be astronomically expensive, right? So you have unlimited sites, unlimited, and white label. Whoa. So let's say I'm going to give 2 sites. They're giving one, I'm going to give 2. I'm going to let them have their pages. Import tool, we'll go over that another day. And then now you can start actually going down and going, well, here's what I'm going to give on my plan. Okay. I'm going to give them the blog. I'm going to give them buttons. I'm going to give them content block, coupon. Let's give them the flip card. Now let's give them a form free. Let's give them the header. Let's give them the list. Da 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 da. If you're kind of seeing what I'm doing, as I'm gonna have a bit of fun, I'm in control, right? I am determining what I'm going to give on this plan. Let's give them a slider, a Facebook slider. Now I didn't import the templates over into here yet, so I can determine that later too. You can also pick the templates I wanted to give them. I would just simply, by the way, as a white label owner, I'll show you later on how you can monetize the templates that we've created. You understand what I just said? We put all this time, work, and energy into creating templates. We'll show you how you can take our templates, make them your own, and put a price tag on them. This is where I would just import them over on this side. So at the end of the day, what did I do? I made a plan. Now, if I didn't have to talk about it, I would have had this plan done in about 2 minutes. Any questions?
Oh, yes. So we have quite a few questions. First
all right,
of all,
that's it for my presentation for today.
Yeah.
I'm dropping the mic. No,
Yeah.
just
First of all, we have a lot of thumbs up, so that's gonna be interesting. As soon as we let the open the gates. Rose, yes, of course, there will always be a replay in a sense that we always share the webinar registration on our YouTube channel, and then most likely we probably will add it on our website. So yes, absolutely. John Green, your own menu with appetizer and a combo plate. Yes, well, even your own restaurant, actually, I guess. When custom domain is created, that domain will be the one displayed for the purchase plan domain. Obviously, yes, absolutely. Now, in this case, Scotty, you are showing the default domain m blah 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 because you haven't set up a custom domain. Obviously, everything will be white label, especially all the URLs and all that. Linda, awesome. Yes, exactly. Awesome. This is great. I'd forgotten about these features. Actually, the way to automatically market my products through my marketing site. We will show you how you can actually automatically integrate your white label platform with your marketing website or with any website that you will create, so that, for example, when you create plans, they will be automatically shown on the plans page in your website. We'll show you how to do that. I mean, there are so many things, actually, thinking about it, Scotty, there are so many things in this platform that, I mean, in 1 year of webinars, we will not finish, to share and show stuff. I'm pretty confident 52 or 104 webinars will not be enough, actually. Joe, is there an option to set up white label agency plans with customers so that they're also able to sell to their own customer base? That would make you us, basically. So at the moment, no. But if you say, look, I have, I don't know, 100,000, small businesses that would be interested, let's talk about it, right, Scotty? What do you say?
Yes, yeah, we actually.
The option, the technical option is there, obviously, at this moment.
Oh yeah, we could. What we actually can do folks, we actually have our own. When I say we can become our own JBZ or ClickBank, I mean we actually have our own affiliate tracking software that we
Oh
created.
yeah, oh yes,
So
absolutely.
we can do way more than we're even showing on this aspect of it, right? And
Yeah,
we'll show that as we get later on, because maybe there's a handful of people that maybe uh, that we would, I guess, loan, if you will, that feature.
yeah.
But upcoming conversations, or I always like to search for those, diamonds in the rough, if you will. Um, there may come a time when, as a white label owner, I bring out our affiliate tracking, and then not only can you have your own agency, but you can actually get paid to share ours.
Mm, yeah, and then finally, does this do landing pages and funnels? Where could I check out the features later? Well, just use the platform. We have tons of tutorials and webinars, and we're going to talk about landing pages and funnels,
Oh yeah,
which after all are just websites with a form and an autoresponder usually.
yeah.
But yeah, yes, absolutely so. Yeah, maybe. Yes, I think my mailing list would be interested in making a commission selling the platform. Well, that's a lot of other stuff. I mean, there are so many ways, and I guess you in US have a very crude saying, but which works well. There are so many ways to skin this cat that
Hmm.
we can
Oh
talk
my
about
gosh,
anything you want
yes.
to talk about. Okay.
I can actually, as you're answering those, I can actually even show you something like this. Let's look at this thing, right? Let's go. This is a fun little tool. We're not going to do a setup fee, but we're going to do a reoccurring fee. We're going to say it's $19.99 a month, right? We're going to say this is the plan, right? This is, if you will, look at me as a, hey, I own this as a white label platform. I want to actually kind of see the potential that I can have. I'm just looking for that little, as a lot of people say, that side hustle. If you went up to ask, if I was to ask anybody in here, would you like a side hustle that paid for your car? Oh, if that's all that I had, that would be absolutely wonderful. Well, that's kind of how I like to look at this thing, right? Is let's go in incremental stages. Maybe it pays for your cell phone plan, and then maybe it's your car, and then maybe, and then maybe, and then maybe, and before long, you're looking back and going, "Wow, I've somehow built this thing into making me $10,000 a month. Bye bye, boss." But let's look at this. Let's just say you did 10 of these things. Okay. And what's a fair? I'll put a $99. Let's go $99 and let's see what happens. Let's go $99. Just go enter and go. Okay. If that, it's my little 3-year-old. If you could now look at this thing, right? $14,000. You end up spending 2,000. You end up making $14,000. Well, what this thing isn't actually showing is that at the end of a year, you're starting to make this on a yearly basis, on a monthly basis. Because if you had $20 that you paid, that people paid you, and there was 10 a month, but you did 10 brand new ones every single month, 10 brand new ones every single month. Well, pretty soon you're making 14,000, and you're doing such a small number, right? That's where the penny a day kind of analogy, right? You're doing such a small number. So if you go to anybody and you go, well, what if you were to charge $9, or what if you were to charge $4.99, right? $4.99. When you have unlimited, okay, after a year, I'm charging $4.99, but every single month I started to sell 10. All right, those are my efforts. Look at what I'm trying to save, right? You would fire yourself as a salesperson. Hey boss, how many did you sell this month? I sold 10 at $4.99. Woohoo. But actually, yes, woohoo. That's phenomenal. If you did it month 2, month 3, month 4, month 5, month 6, month 12, well, now I'm making a few $1,000s a month. That's serious. That's some serious stuff. So anyway, I wanted to show that kind of thing. And where I came up with that, let me just see here, if you don't mind. I'm going to stop sharing this. And hopefully, I'm going to share a different screen if I can. Let me see here. Share screen. Now let's go into right in here. All right. Now I'm sharing this screen. So while we're doing this, I actually pulled up Duda. Just a second. For some of you that do not know, I am actually the father of 2 baby girls, a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old, and we are visiting my in-laws' house. And so I was just visited by my little 2-year-old. So it puts a big smile on my face. So I apologize for that, but it's one of the beauties of actually working from anywhere that I can find a chair. So now look at this kind of thing, right? All right, let's just pretend, apples to apples. Let's just say, hey, their platform is as good as our platform. Okay, let's pretend. It's not, but let's pretend. Now let's go. They're $199 a month. Okay. That's why I said I put in at $99 a month because they're 200. I'll put it in for 100. But wait a minute, that's 4 sites. I almost feel like I'm going into like an infomercial kind of thing. You're crazy, but wait, there's more. That's 4 sites. Okay, $200 a month for 4 sites, right? This is you a white label, okay? Not near the functionality that you have on our platform. But again, let's keep things simple. That's 4 sites. You got unlimited. I should be charging a few $1,000s a month. You got unlimited. Okay. Well, somebody wants to add more. What, I got to spend another $13 a month? Okay, and then come on down. The little check marks here. Number of team members. Well, if you had 100 users, you could have 100 team members. You could, again, that's up to 100 clients. $200. Once you're actually at 100 clients, you're done and you have to upgrade. And then their upgrade says, let's talk. So that's kind of why I, for the earnings calculator, kind of popped that in there, right? So it's really not a comparison. It really isn't. Oh, wait a minute. Then we got to add the e-commerce plans. It just got more expensive, folks. 100 products, 1,000 products, infinite products. We're more on the infinite products, right? So now add another $49 to each one of those websites. Remember, that's $49 on top of what you just paid the 200. That's a lot of money, folks, as far as I'm concerned, right? So anyway, I wanted to show you that as a comparison. Stop sharing. All righty. That's it. Hopefully everybody enjoyed that one. If there are any questions?
Just let me answer a quick question from Daniel. Where's the hosting at for white label? All our new hosting, let's say, is on AWS. So we are hosted on some of the more
Thanks, Rich.
most secure and reliable hosting providers. Where almost everybody. There are there are 3 big host providers: Amazon, AWS, Google Cloud, and Microsoft with Azure, and we are on one of them, AWS. So scalability and all that kind of stuff isn't really an issue. Thank you,
Awesome.
Pierino.
Well, let me see here. Yes. Yeah, my little girls are actually they're well, hey, I got to be biased, right? But they are super cute as they get to 13. I'm sure I'm going to have my hands full. Let's see. I have a potential customer with a website on Squarespace. What tips can you give me? I'll tell you what I like to do. I like to actually, I hit them softly, if you will. Where's their website? First off, take their website, take their URL, put it in GT metrics. Put it into, or if you're not quite sure what that means, go in Google Website Checker. Something as simple as that. It'll give you basically a website, if you will, that you could take the URL, put it in there, and it's going to check that for you, right? So I don't know what it's going to come up as, right? So check it. Maybe it comes across as a 30 or a 40%. Okay. Now what you do is then you basically recreate their home page. You don't create the entire website, right? Take a template, recreate their home page, get some of their images, everything like that, put it in the speed checker. More often than not, pretty much every time, it's going to blow them out of the water. So then what you do is you now take them 2 things, right? Here's option A and here's option B. This one's 40%. This one's a 90%. Which one do you want? Do you want the person who is on the dean honor roll, or do you want the person who's flunking out of school? Well, your business is flunking out of school, and that's not according to me, that's according to Google. So let me now, then you start to get into the question of, well, what did you pay for yours? A lot of times people say free. Well, you get what you pay for sometimes, except for with our platform, right? But either way, then the sales part kind of comes into it. And I'm like, well, what if I could actually now match the same price that you're paying over into there, but now you're on a mobile first platform and your performance is better, everything is better, it looks better, your customers will appreciate it more. And then you just steal the business away from them. You just show them, right? Just show them. And then when they realize, say, your white label, and then you own it, right? So a lot of times what I also like to do is, hey, I'll build it for you. And then maybe I go, I'll hand the keys over to you and you have your own username and log in so you could actually go and do your own edits, if you will. There's just so many different revenue streams on this thing. Ooh, James, 117. Oh, I'm watching TV and I'm seeing like Las Vegas hits 118. I look at my wife and I'm like, that's my weather. I know Silvio is the same. He goes, yes, give me that. I'm like, it is absolutely, if you were I was from, it does get 117. I'd be out on the golf course drinking Gatorade all day long. It's absolutely not that bad. What about a drop shipping module? Stay tuned. We kind of have that already, and I'll show you that too as well. It's a simple thing that we have. Great tips. Thanks, Sandra. Thank you. Great training. Awesome. All right, Silvio. I think another fun and successful webinar. Me and
Yep.
Sylvia are going to chit chat, but I think probably somewhere around, if we're going to bring this out, we're going to, cut the price that Duda's doing, but we'll probably do it for like $100 a month, and 100 users, something like that. So I think that's
Stay
more than
tuned. Yeah, and
more than fair and
obviously
generous.
we'll see you all and more on Monday, right? Because we're
Yes,
going to talk
sir.
about widgets, we're going to talk about the technical stuff, and then I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about how you can access the white label thing. But
Yeah. Yes.
Scotty, if correct me if I'm wrong again, we're going to do these webinars probably on Thursdays or
Yes.
Fridays, but most likely on Thursdays
Mm-hmm.
about sales, marketing, white label,
Mm-hmm.
affiliate marketing, entrepreneurship, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be, let's say, a little bit our schedule. On Monday, we talk technical, and I mostly talk technical. On Thursday, most likely, Scotty will mostly talk sales and marketing. So with all this, you cannot, you can't fail.
Yeah, if
That's
you stick with exactly what
mathematics.
Sylvia's saying, if you stick with what we're teaching, what we're going over, and you see that, I view success as you are starting to make a little bit of money that somebody is giving you that you've never known before. That's being, that's the entrepreneur, if you will. Somebody, in order for me to be an entrepreneur, somebody has to pay me. Since I don't have a boss, it's going to be some customer. As long as you're willing to put in the effort, as long as you're willing to, the white label is definitely the way to go. The commercial side, you could take what we're teaching over on these white label ones and use it on the commercial side, right? But to me, the best way to make money is by having somebody paying you on a monthly basis. So I don't even have to think about it, right? Slowly but surely build that up. If you build it up nice and slow, the odds of it staying there vastly increase, right? And if you just stick with these things, we'll show you. If you don't, I'm going to guarantee you it's because you're not putting in the effort into this thing. This thing works. There's absolutely no doubt about it. You follow these steps and then use your own. You will succeed on this to the level that's only going to be determined by you. Remember, I was you. I was you. Right? Silvio did not know who in the world I was. So I was just like you. So I took it, I worked with Silvio, and then now I'm on this side of the fence. So I've done it. Awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you,
Thanks.
everybody.
Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend.